Hello, I'm Tom Carlisle, and I'm a Christmas historian. One of the areas that I've spent a lot of time on in the last 35 years is researching a lot of the songs, and I've actually gone and interviewed a lot of the people who wrote and sang the songs during that time. Over on my left here, we have a picture of a subway train, the inside of a subway car, and that is where Haven Gillespie wrote Santa Claus is Coming to Town in 1933. And he wrote it on the back of this envelope here. And they were on their way to the publisher. They're going up to the Brill Building. They went from Cooper Square up to the Brill Building, which is a little north of Times Square. And in that time, which is, probably about 20 minutes, he wrote the Santa Claus is Coming to Town in the back of that envelope. And in the back of the train here we have J. Fred Coots, and he was the musical arranger for that song, and he arranged the music for the Eddie Cantor show, and they sang it on the Eddie Cantor show about 2 weeks before Thanksgiving in 1933. Ethel Shutta was the vocalist, and she was married to George Olson, who was the orchestra director on the Eddie Cantor show. Anyway, she sang that song, and boy, it was a huge hit. People grabbed their kids and dragged them into the room to hear this new song. And then when the other half of the song came out, a lot of more people had seen it, had heard it. Well, it was the talk of the town all over New York and all over the country for a week. But the only way the other kids who missed it could hear it was to hear it on the Eddie Cantor show next Sunday, whenever it was. So anyway, the next week, Eddie Cantor had 10 or 15 times more people listening to his show than he did the week before. And so they decided they would publish this song, and they did. And between about maybe between about November 20th and the 5th of December, every printing press in the New York area was printing Santa Claus is Coming to Town in sheet music, and it became the largest sheet music song in history. And anyway, he wrote it all on the subway on the way to the publisher, and we wanted to make this very authentic, so I went to New York and took a picture in the museum of the kind of a car they would have been in, and then I got a hold of all the people who did the advertising, Wrigley's and Pepsi and Lucky Strike and Maxwell House and Zenith Radio, and they all sent me their ads that were used in the 1930s. And so we used those to make the subway cards. Anyway, this painting was made by my friend Harold Schuler, and he's in the back seat right here. And he was born about 6 months before this event in 1933. So this is Harold with his mother. And so anyway, I think that's just wonderful that they were able to put themselves in there like that. Anyway, this picture and the story of Santa Claus is Coming to Town will be in a new Christmas movie that we're going to make with all the radios that they would have heard the song on, and they'll be actually playing. They'll be, real live. You'll hear what they sounded like at that time, and of course they're all old radios made in the 20s and early 30s. And anyway, we're going to make a new movie with all this in it, and I'll be working with the other Christmas historians in the country to get this done. Anyway, if you'd like to know more about it, you can go to our new website, and that is www.xmasmovie.org. That is xmasmovie.org. And I think you'll find this very interesting and entertaining and lots of history, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Thank you very much.